Isn't journaling just for kids? Does this mean I gotta keep a diary now? Should we journal? Let's talk about it. What's going on, guys? Today's topic we'll be talking about journaling. There's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to journaling. Some people think it's keeping a diary, in which case some people don't want to keep a diary. Many men will stick out their chest and be proud and say, I'm not going to keep a diary. Diaries are for girls. Diaries are great, but you can call them journals. It's the same thing. But journaling is great. My experience with journaling has been when I was in the midst of my deepest, darkest times and going through intense therapy is coupled with crying. Journaling is a great release. You're able to get your thoughts out on paper. You're able to put words to your emotions. And it's a beautiful thing because sometimes we can't do that. Sometimes it's difficult to get our emotions out, to get our thoughts out. Sometimes we don't know the right words to say. And by writing, it actually can stir up those emotions and give us words to our emotions, be able to express those thoughts and get them out. That's the biggest thing, is getting out our emotions, experiencing them, feeling them, allowing ourselves to feel. And journaling is great too because it's a record of a timeline, a portion of your life. And depending on how long you journal for, you can actually, if you're on the path towards healing, you can actually see the progression of when you were down and out and dark, and you can start seeing glimpses of light and glimpses of hope. And then eventually you can get to hopefully, which is present day, and be like, wow, look where I was at. Look at where I started and look where I'm at today. So it's great, even like a time capsule. Like you can go back and look. I think I have some old journal entries and some old letters that I've written to people, and I look back and I'm like, wow, this is awesome. I even remember, I have probably maybe 4 or 5 of them. I did a couple vlog entries, and not for the public. I did it for myself, just so I can one day, hoping that I would get healed, which I've gotten there, but to be able to look back and see myself in that intensity. So just like this, I'm talking to the camera. I did that on my iPad before, and I'm able to revisit and look at myself and see how lost I was, how misguided I was, how misinformed I was. And to see the progress now, it honestly helps you to feel very grateful. If you've made progression, if you've gotten healed, if you've gotten to where you want to be or made progress in that direction, like you're able to look back and be like, man, I'm not that person anymore. Like, I don't think that way anymore. I don't act that way anymore. I don't hang out with the people that I used to hang out with. Like, it's great for realizing how far you've come. And sometimes we need that reminder. Sometimes we make it to a new level and get so comfortable in that level, we forget that we were so far down several levels before we got to the level we're at now. So sometimes it's good to reminisce. It's good to see how far we've come to appreciate where we're at now. But journaling, like I said, it's a healthy release. And some people don't know how to release. And sometimes writing and putting pen to pad just feels good. You get it out. If you couple that with crying, like, the experience is wonderful, and you're able to write things down. Maybe you have anger towards a person. Maybe you should write them a letter. Maybe by writing that stuff down, you're able to express those emotions that you've held in and bottled up for so long to this person. You write them out. Sometimes you don't even need to send the letter. Just by getting it out of you helps you to release, helps you to heal. Now, I think that journaling is a very important therapeutic tool. I don't believe it's the end all. I believe journaling is essential and very helpful, but I don't believe it's the end all solution, meaning that I don't believe you should be journaling about the same issues from today until the day that you die. Because if you're journaling about the same issues over and over, it means those issues aren't healed. If they were healed, there would be no reason to need to bring them up. When people say, oh, I'm over an ex, that person doesn't even bother me anymore, but you're constantly stalking them on Facebook and on Instagram and looking to see who they're dating and looking to see if they're miserable without you, you're not over the person. So it's the same thing. If you're constantly journaling about the same topics, you're not over that topic. Whatever it is, there's still unresolved issues going on, because if not, you wouldn't be writing about it. So I believe that journaling is essential up to a point. I don't believe it's a crutch. I believe it's a tool, but it shouldn't be used as a crutch. It's great. I used it myself. I remember there was a time, again, when I was in the height of all my garbage and in the lowest pits, there was a time where I was writing constantly. I still remember I was working a job and I was writing constantly at my desk when I should have been working. So I'm not advertising for anyone to be doing that. But my story was just that I was writing so much and I had so much to get out. And I had so many unresolved issues and emotions and traumas and tragedies that I was just endless paper to pen, and folding them up, putting them away onto the next one. I remember my job had pads of paper and I'm flying through these pads like crazy, the big size, the small size, using Post-it notes. Like, I was writing crazy because I had so many years of unresolved issues and pent up aggression and anger and pain and emotions that I had never validated before. So when I start to validate them and open up myself to allow myself to feel for the first time in a long time, it was the floodgates, man, came out, just a rush of emotions. And it was just like, I didn't have enough paper. I didn't have enough pen. I didn't have enough ink. Like, so much came out, but it was so freeing. It felt fantastic to get that out. And then, like I said, even now, sometimes I'll look back and see how far I've come, and it's a great reminder how far I've come. So I definitely suggest and urge you to get a journal. You can call it a diary if you want to. If you want to call it a journal, I really don't care. Just put pen to paper and get your emotions out. Again, it's good to get the emotions out. We need to get the emotions out. It's healthy to get the emotions out. But get yourself a journal, whatever size. If you want it small, compact, to keep in your pocket wherever you want. Honestly, it doesn't even need to be pen and paper. It can be electronic, you know what I mean? If you open up a note app on your phone or your iPad or your laptop, open up a Word document, whatever you want, but get it out. Don't let it keep you in, because it will poison you when you keep it in there for too long. So definitely release. It's good for you. We need it. So definitely pick up a journal, find somebody else, find like an accountability partner, someone that you trust, and talk to them about your journal. If it's something private, you want to keep it to yourself, that's perfectly fine. But at the end of the day, journal, get it out. It's great for you. It's healthy. And at the end of the day, we always want to be happy and healthy. I have a Triple H policy. It's 3 H's. It's not the wrestler. My Triple H policy is this. I want you to do whatever you want, as long as it makes you happy, as long as you are being healthy, and as long as you are not hurting anyone else. So as long as you are happy, as long as you are healthy, and you're not hurting anyone else, everything's pretty much fair game. So again, journaling is an amazing tool. Put it into practice, and leave some comments below about any journaling experience you've had, whether good or bad. And if you've never journaled before, I challenge you to start journaling, and leave comments below as well, letting me know what it's like, what it's been like, the emotions coming out, but your experience, I want to know. So until next time, guys, as always, please follow me on all my social media channels, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all at Positive Marcus, or you can follow me on my website at sharethepositivity.com. Please sign up for my mailing list so you guys can stay in tune with the mission and the vision and all the great things that I'm doing. All right. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.